towards the end of the relationship, and especially after the discard, the narcissist likes to portray this illusion of happiness. They like to act as though they are so much happier without you. But at the same time, they are also very bitter and resentful towards you, as though they have been treated unfairly. And this isn't just something where they feel slightly upset or irritated. This is something where they can become very angry and hostile towards you. The reason why they are acting this way towards you is because they have lost. And they cannot stand losing. They targeted you based on things that they liked, things that they expected to benefit them, your characteristics or qualities. And when the relationship is over and they lose you, they lose out on everything that you once provided to them, everything that once sustained them. And this causes them to become very bitter and resentful towards you. They cannot cope with failure. They cannot accept it. So they go around trying to control their environment in an attempt to avoid having to deal with the emotions that come along with losing. They cannot deal with the emotional side of it. When they lose out on something that was once beneficial to them, they become bitter and resentful. They hold grudges. They start acting as though they're so much happier without you, as though they never needed you anyway, when in fact, that couldn't be further from the truth. You only have to observe their emotions following the discard to see how much they really needed you, and to see how great of a loss you were to them. But they're trying to make you feel as though they're so much happier without you. They're trying to make you feel as though they're happier with someone else, when it just isn't true. And it's not something that you should believe in. Narcissists are never happy. They are never satisfied or contented with anything that they have. The fundamental basis or foundation of narcissism is driven by pain and sadness. That's what drives their narcissism. They become envious and jealous because they are not satisfied or contented with what they have. The narcissist is never happy. They are bitter and resentful because they have lost something of significance or value. And they are envious and jealous because they are trying to take something from you. They have to take from other people because they are deficient in something. That's why their behavior is always so negative. A person can only be negative towards someone if they already have a negative amount within themselves. A person who is positive and feels whole and complete cannot be negative towards you. The negativity comes from within them. It has nothing to do with you. You are not responsible for how they feel. They are not happy because they always feel like they are deficient or inadequate. Even if they do find someone else, it doesn't mean that they're happy. The narcissist is never satisfied or contented with anyone or anything. And it's not so easy for them to replace you. You had specific characteristics and qualities which they targeted you for. It's not so easy for them to find that in someone else. Most often, they have to settle for less than what they really want. They don't just go from you to someone else who is then equal to what you were to them. Sometimes they have to settle for less and just make it look like it's more than what it is. And that is why they become so bitter and resentful towards you. Because it's not so easy to replace you. So they become more negative towards you and everyone else around them. Anytime that they're around someone, they can't help but say something negative about them. They're verbally abusive, unsupportive, and very unhealthy emotionally. They cannot bring people up because they are already beneath them. All they can do is bring them down to their level of misery, pain, and sadness. Anyone who is around them could fall prey to their verbiage. But it has nothing to do with you or anyone else around them. The problem is within the narcissist. It's something that they are battling with. And it is their feelings of inadequacy, pain and sadness. The narcissist is never happy. If you were nothing of significance or importance to them, they wouldn't be worried about you. They wouldn't be miserable. They wouldn't be bitter or resentful. But they know that you are something of value. They recognize your worth. And now that they have lost you, it makes them mad. It irritates them. So naturally, they are going to be negative towards you. Because they know that they have no value of their own. Yet they can see the value that's within you. So they have to contaminate it with their delusional ideas or beliefs about you, so that they can then raise their own exaggerated worth about themselves. None of this is real. Deep down, they still feel miserable. They still hate themselves. But they don't want to deal with reality. They don't want to experience those emotions. So they pull people into their fake world or alternate reality, where they can then assign these labels or twisted thoughts and ideas about them, while having this delusional, grandiose view of themselves, just so they can feel better, just so they can go a moment without having to reflect on their pain and sadness, their feelings of inadequacy. But it's a fantasy. It's not real. They are lying to you, and they are lying to themselves.